everyone, it's Christina working with Planned Parenthood Hudson-Peconic, and I'm here today to give you a New York State Government 101 rundown. You may not realize, but a lot of the things you do every day are impacted by New York State law. Did you go to a public school? Ever hiked in a state park? Driven on a New York highway? Registered to vote? Or pay taxes after working a summer job? If you said yes to any of these questions, the New York State government has directly impacted your life. Legislation is how we keep our state operable and provide services for the people. So, let's break down how it all works. The New York government is divided into three branches, just like the federal government: the legislative, judicial, and executive branches. Today, we're going to focus on the legislative branch. The legislature is the branch of New York State government that makes our laws. The legislature can be broken down even further into two parts: the state senate and the state assembly. In the Senate and the Assembly, there are even smaller groups of legislators that work together. They are called legislative committees. Legislative committees are made up of individual legislators, and each committee has a special focus. This is so the entire Senate or Assembly doesn't have to work together every single time an issue or legislation needs to be discussed. These committees are super important in the lawmaking process. To start the lawmaking process, either the Senate or the Assembly has to introduce a bill. A bill is an idea for a law that hasn't been officially approved. In New York, only officials that are members of the legislature can introduce a bill. So, only state assembly persons or state senators can introduce bills. They can introduce them as individuals or as part of a committee. However, just because only the legislature can introduce the bills, this does not mean that only the legislature can come up with ideas for bills. Elected officials represent the people. As a person living in New York, you have a right to tell your representative about your ideas for a bill. Don't hesitate to contact your senator or assembly person if you have an idea to improve your community. And remember, you don't have to write the bill yourself. That job is for a team of people with special legal training. Just bring your ideas to your elected official's office and you'll have your foot in the door. After a bill is drafted and introduced into the Senate or the Assembly, it then goes to a committee to be reviewed. While the bill is being reviewed by the committee, this is a great time to raise your voice about whether you support the bill or not. You can reach out to committee members with your opinions, or you can talk to your elected officials and ask them to share your thoughts to the committee. Remember, more people means a bigger impact. Organize your friends, family, and community to rally for or against a bill while it's in committee. When a committee is finished reviewing a bill, the members in that committee will vote on whether the bill should be shared with the other legislators. The committee might reject the bill, deciding they don't want to move forward with it. This is known as a bill dying in committee. Or the committee will approve the bill, deciding that it is ready to be shared with the rest of the legislators, and send it to the entire Assembly or Senate. This is known as moving to the floor. Just to be clear, if, for example, a bill starts in the Senate, it goes to a Senate committee and then is moved to the Senate floor. After the bill is debated and discussed on the floor, the senators take a final vote. If a majority of the Senate approves the bill, it is sent on to be reviewed by the Assembly. Then, the whole process starts over again. If the bill is originally introduced in the Assembly, the same process happens. The only difference is that the bill starts in the Assembly, goes through the whole committee and floor process in the Assembly, and then moves to the Senate. Both the Senate and Assembly must pass the same bill, and yes, the bills need to be exactly the same, in order for it to move on to the next step. Once the Senate and the Assembly both pass the same bill, before it becomes law, it needs to go to the governor for final approval. The governor has three options: sign the bill, veto the bill, or take no action. Signing the bill means the bill becomes law. Vetoing the bill means that the governor rejects the bill, but that doesn't mean the bill is totally dead. If 2/3 of the entire legislature, so 2/3 of the Assembly and Senate, vote to override the governor's veto or rejection, the bill will become law. When the governor takes no action, meaning the governor doesn't approve or reject the bill, it will become law after 10 days. Remember, you should call your senator, assembly person, and the governor at any time to voice your support or opposition to a bill. public opinion matters. Organizing people to rally for or against a bill is essential to making sure that the laws being made serve the communities that have to follow them. I know that was a lot, but it's important to understand the process of how New York State makes laws that impact us, so we can all be informed and engaged. Your representatives are in office to serve you. We know from data and research that typically engaged communities are healthier communities. Understanding how our laws are created is really important to this and helps us be civically engaged in a way that really makes a difference. You can help shape our democracy by being a part of the lawmaking process from the very beginning. Thanks for watching.